me tell you a little bit about Michael. His absurd late-night search, which is not going to sound ridiculous coming out of my mouth at all, is, would it be theoretically possible to quantumly entangle socks and give them locomotion? I don't know what it means at all, but it's something that he Googled, evidently. Oh, we have very different brains. Breakfast cereal for life, he said, would be life, because eating it would force him to reflect on his life choices daily. Deep thoughts. And the rudest animal, if they could talk, he said, would be a dung beetle because they push shit around all day. I don't know if they'd be rude. I think they'd just be like, this is how it is, right? A straight shooter. I guess that could make him rude. It doesn't matter. I'm a people pleaser. You guys all look great. Let's bring Michael out to the stage, shall we?
We live in difficult times. We have climate change and pandemics, divisive politics, all manner of natural disasters. We even have a major hurricane sitting on Florida's doorstep right now. And in times like this, it's really hard to feel optimistic. We're doom scrolling. We're finding ourselves ruminating on these things, this feeling that we just want to kind of curl into a ball and hide all the time. We feel like there's nothing we can do. But we can. How many here have ever wanted to have a superpower? Show of hands. Yeah, that's right. And two for me, actually. Because we just really want to make change, save the world. And there's a reason that there are so many superhero films and shows right now, right? Because we all want that. You may have heard the phrase, we are made of star stuff. Neil deGrasse Tyson loves to talk about it. And it's true. We're made of the same materials and elements that were born at the very beginning in the creation of the universe. But we're not just made of star stuff. We're also made of stories. But not just one story, not just my life, born, live, die. We are characters in countless stories. The stories of your parents, the stories of your friends, the stories of some random stranger that you met, and even you're an enemy in someone's story. Stories within stories within stories within stories. Nesting dolls. Right? Our choices, our actions, our thoughts cascade outward in ripples. So I like to say that we are not just star stuff. We're also story stuff. I'm an author, love to write books. A lot of my stuff is dark, though. And you might think that that might be occasioned to be kind of dismal or bleak, but a lot of dystopian writers like me are asking really interesting questions. How do we resist oppression? How do we persist in the face of overwhelming obstacles? How do we make a difference? How do we change the world and bring people together? These are the questions that a lot of storytellers are interested in. In fact, one by the name of J.R.R. Tolkien very famously lived through the First World War. He was a soldier in that war and experienced the trenches and all the trauma and terrible things that came with it. And of course, he gave us The Lord of the Rings. And in that story is one of my favorite quotes of all time. I wish we need not live through this moment, said Frodo. So do I, said Gandalf. And so do all who live through such times. But it is not for us to decide. It is only for us to decide what to do with the time that we are given. Our ancestors gave us the gifts of storytelling. We carry this superpower with us all the time. In our ancient times, we sat around a single flame or a fire, sharing these stories and these ideas because they were powerful in keeping the darkness away. So my challenge to all of you today is to go out there and share your stories, but not just of the traumas and the difficulties and the sadness, the triumphs. Share the victories. Share the people who walked with you hand in hand through life and helped you and aided you. Because stories are our superpower, and you all have it. Stories are a tool to understand someone else's perspective. They're a tool to bridge political divides. So listen and share your stories. Because if you've ever listened or watched or read Spider-Man, you know that with great power comes great responsibility. Your stories and everybody's stories matter. You have a superpower. Go use them.
Well done. Can I give you a hug?